Tina Knowles has applauded back at allegations that she's taking advantage of her granddaughter, Blue Ivy, that is a child oak. Some class about you have a little class, and a little thought Tina was as of late exposed to a ton of reaction from fans when she posted an image via virtual entertainment, and fans deduced that the subtitle Tina had utilized. It was somewhat disparaging to Blue Ivy, who is additionally in the image. The kickback was serious, yet Tina, likewise, firmly safeguarded herself against all the pessimism and put any misinformation to rest anyway. Fans have been making a few cases about Blue Ivy carrying on with a grown-up life, and how Tina Beyonce and every other person disapprove of it. Can Tina Knowles shut down the double-dealing gibberish stay blocked to figure out the most recent dramatization encompassing Blue Tina and Beyonce? Sorry for myself for a brief time frame. And afterward, they resembled Mamu a miscreant. A couple of days prior, Tina Knowles posted internet-based an image of herself, Blue Ivy Beyonce, and Angie Beyonce, all dressed for the Carter wedding. And she subtitled it, "While heading to the wonderful wedding for Miss Gloria and Roxanne Carter," a heart emoticon. Don't we seem to be the dark variant of Sex in the City and Roxanne Carter? Don't we seem to be the dark rendition of Sex in the City? So fans felt like standby brief. For what reason are you talking like this? And Blue Ivy is in this image. And this is the very thing they needed to say Tina needs to get off web-based entertainment. Greta Devil attempted it with that remark. She's an 11-year-old that is debilitated. Blue is too developed to possibly be wearing that dress, and Tina. And ish for saying she seems as though she's in the city. Ben began condemning Tina for taking advantage of Blue and depicting her as a grown-up. One fan remarked Tina needs to get off virtual entertainment. One more fan said Blue is to become in any way wearing that dress, and Tina specialist for saying she seems as though she was in Sex in the City. Clearly Tina and Sovereign Straight could have done without how individuals were denouncing them, and they had a strong rebound for the skeptics. Yet we'll get onto that later. This will take your breath away. Do you have any idea that this isn't the main time the Blue Ivy's family is being scrutinized over taking advantage of her and for showing her off like a grown-up? As of late, Blue Ivy shaked during the Renaissance visit show in France. At any rate, fans began addressing Beyonce for putting her 11-year-old girl in front of an audience. One fan remarked she needs a kid over-sexualized. Or did you miss the twisting around a piece when she looked at cheerleading styles? Blue Ivy is 11. That is the explanation. Blue Ivy claimed the stage like her mother. Anyway, fans online definitely disliked her exhibition, and the entire situation turned out to be significantly more advertised up when Tasha K came into the image and posted a video internet censuring Blues in front of an audience execution. And in the event that you put your little girl in front of an audience, and she intruded on my diversion, I'm a mother, say something in light of the fact that toward the day's end I'm a loyalist of this here. Whereas Ashley ought to have been working with him before she got in front of an audience. What on earth? Ashlyn Tasha K contended that Blue Ivy's presentation wasn't something that she or some other fans paid a huge number of bucks for. They paid to watch Sovereign Straight. And in the event that Beyonce puts Blue in front of an audience, realizing that the business will expose her to analysis, Beyonce ought to be ready to deal with it. Or she shouldn't put an 11-year-old in front of an audience. Is she getting her existence where individuals won't be as great? And assuming you will put her on something like I said that I'm paying for, she want to separate it. Everyone, she's simply playing around with her mom. Have some good times individually. Oh, don't have a great time on my compensation time. I'm going to demonstrate the way that's perfect. Individuals couldn't actually have an assessment. These days you all recently begun messaging me. At any rate, it's not Tasha or the analysis about Blue's exhibition not being sufficient yet. There's clearly more fans are more worried about why Tina Knowles or Beyonce don't understand the obligation they're putting on a 11-year-old kid. One fan tweeted in such manner, "I should be the one in particular who finds this frightening. The Guardian set Blue Ivy in a place that compels her to find success any other way she'll feel like about her folks' achievement. It's too soon, she is just 11 years of age. Hashtag Renaissance World. Visit another fan said Blue Ivy is just 11 or 12. And you all got her wearing cosmetics to perform. Once you all put cosmetics on a kid, all of you drive her to turn into a full grown-up. Hashtag Renaissance World. Visit hashtag Renaissance hashtag person of color, again extravagant, been having a ton of issues. And as per insider sources, Blue as a kid feels miserable that individuals around her have such a lot of pessimistic stuff against her. When Blue Ivy won the Grammy, she and the Carters face reaction on nepotism grounds, and Blue was considered undeserving by fans. Blue Ivy won her most memorable Grammy for Beyoncé's earthy-colored skin Young Lady music video, after she got a composing credit for Sovereign Coast tune. Fans unmitigatedly blamed the Blue Ivy's accomplishment was only a demonstration of nepotism, and she evidently has no genuine ability to show. One fan said, really happy that Blue Ivy got a nepotism Grammy at 9 years of age. I grew up speculation grand victors were generally extraordinary and gifted. And perhaps I wouldn't be that great. It's an extraordinary example for youngsters that since somebody has an honor, that doesn't imply that they procured it, assuming you believe that this is the main thing that the 11-year-old Blue is confronting. Great, you're in for a major shock, since Blue likewise needs to confront correlations with the children of her age. Particularly, Kim's North fans are looking at the two children unendingly. One such fan was contrasting North and Blue, and said how much wise information and influence Beyoncé and Jay-Z has given Blue Ivy. I realize North is pissed. She's the less renowned one. A few fans were in any event, setting the two children against one another. One such fan tweeted, I feel like Northwest and Blue Ivy will have the most insane hamburger. Like Beyoncé might know how to sing, yet she doesn't have the foggiest idea how to bring up a kid. Over the course of the end of the week, we saw an extremely uncommon look at Blue Ivy. It planned to be essential for the up-and-coming age of low-rich children. Ivy went to the wearable craftsmanship occasion, which is facilitated by her own special grandma, the 10-year-old vid 85000, on a couple of precious stone hoops, with practically no appearing assent from her folks. Blue Ivy has proactively set her position in mainstream society, and who she intends to be. Fans are additionally pummeling Beyoncé as a terrible mother for Blue Ivy, in view of tales that she let Blue purchase costly gems, which as per insider sources was not the case since Blue is a minor, and she was not permitted to offer it. Was Beyoncé who gotten it for herself. As well as that is not all. Blue Ivy is additionally supposed to be constrained by her folks' music. Applause. Music TikTok makers are likewise spreading bits of gossip that Beyoncé is compelling Blue Ivy to be in front of an audience. And as per sources, the talk additionally says that purportedly Beyoncé is doing as such to ensure the Blue keeps steady over her game, which she's contrasted with different stars' kids. Yet that is only talk that hasn't been affirmed. A famous Reddit string about Beyoncé additionally claimed that she's compelling Blue Ivy into the business. One fan remarked, I stress over her putting Blue Ivy into performing all through her childhood, regardless of whether she implies. Well, I recollect the uneasiness that Willow Smith said that she had from the assumptions put on her during the whip my hair time. I will not be astounded, assuming Blue beginnings her performance vacation in the following couple of years. And I trust it doesn't turn out like her relationship with Matthew. The analysis concerning Blue Ivy is developing continuously, and the entire story about how the Carters are compelling or not permitting Blue Ivy to carry on day-to-day her like a typical youngster is likewise being advanced online by skeptics. In a new post on Instagram that was presented by Beyoncé on show How Glad She Is of Blue, the post included pictures from a new show where Blue Ivy killed like a sovereign. At any rate, The fan remarks on the posts were emotional. Most fans encouraged Beyonce to allow Blue carry on with her life regularly to like a 10-year-old. Would one fan composed, "Let her be what she is a kid," allowed her to experience childhood in a typical life. Another fan remarked why sexualize a kid like that unfortunate youngster doesn't realize that she's being utilized at any rate. How about we return to what Tina feels about the new show and allegations against her for taking advantage of Blue? An insider source near Tina has stood up and uncovered that she's really enraged at media individuals and fans for blaming her and the Carters for taking advantage of Blue, which would never be the case. Tina loves her grandkid, and she doesn't uphold this babble. Tina had additionally rectified her subtitle and changed the word to cherish in the city for her Blue Ivy as a youngster, and will constantly stay a youngster for herself, and individuals simply should be exceptionally mindful of what they say regarding Blue in light of the fact that Tina won't endure any garbage against her. What is your opinion about fans scrutinizing Blue?